In the small town of Willow Creek, nestled between dense forests and rolling hills, an eerie calm hung in the air. The townsfolk went about their daily routines, unaware of the impending nightmare that loomed on the horizon. A natural anomaly had occurred, an event that would send shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. It began with a strange series of seismic tremors that shook the ground beneath Willow Creek. Residents dismissed them as minor earthquakes, common in regions near fault lines. But as the tremors intensified, strange occurrences followed. Unusual weather patterns swept through the town, bringing an unnatural chill in the air, even during the height of summer. The once clear blue sky now bore an ominous shade of gray, and the townspeople felt a palpable sense of unease. It was as if the very earth beneath them was awakening, responding to something inexplicable. As the days passed, reports of bizarre events flooded in. Unexplained phenomena, such as glowing orbs hovering over the town and strange animal behavior, left the residents bewildered. However, the true horror was yet to reveal itself. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across Willow Creek, a dark cloud descended upon the town. Panic spread like wildfire when the townspeople realized that the cloud was not composed of rain or fog, but an immense swarm of spiders. Thousands upon thousands of spiders, of all shapes and sizes, crawled across rooftops, streets, and trees. It was a surreal and horrifying sight. The once picturesque town had transformed into a nightmarish landscape, covered in a web of silk. The spiders were not ordinary. They were massive, their legs spanning the width of a car. Fear gripped the hearts of the townspeople as they watched the arachnid invasion unfold before their eyes. With each passing hour, the spiders grew more aggressive, their presence casting a dark shadow over Willow Creek. Attempts to flee the town were met with insurmountable obstacles. The silk-covered streets became treacherous, trapping anyone who dared to venture out. Communication with the outside world was cut off, leaving the town isolated and at the mercy of the eight-legged invaders. The town's once vibrant community centers and parks were now transformed into ghastly spider lairs. Hiding in the shadows, the creatures lurked, waiting for unsuspecting victims to stumble into their deadly traps. Willow Creek had become a twisted, nightmarish version of its former self. As the days dragged on, desperation set in among the remaining survivors. Attempts to contact the authorities proved futile, and supplies dwindled rapidly. The once thriving town had devolved into a ghostly graveyard, with abandoned homes and cocooned remnants of unlucky souls who had fallen prey to the monstrous spiders. In the darkest corners of Willow Creek, a group of survivors banded together, determined to find a way to break free from the arachnid-infested nightmare. Armed with makeshift weapons and fueled by sheer desperation, they navigated the treacherous web-covered landscape, dodging spiders and facing unimaginable horrors. The source of the anomaly remained a mystery, shrouded in the ever-present darkness that clung to the town. It was a battle for survival, a fight against an otherworldly force that had unleashed a legion of spiders upon an unsuspecting city. As the survivors delved deeper into the heart of the spider-infested town, they uncovered an ancient legend passed down through generations. According to the tale, a mystical portal had opened beneath Willow Creek, connecting their world to a dimension inhabited by spiders of monstrous proportions. The portal was a doorway to a realm where the arachnids were the rulers, and Willow Creek had unwittingly become the battleground for a terrifying invasion. Armed with this newfound knowledge, the survivors pressed on, determined to find a way to seal the portal and banish the spiders back to their dimension. Each step brought them closer to the epicenter of the anomaly, where the ground pulsated with an otherworldly energy. The final confrontation took place in the town's abandoned cathedral, a place once filled with the laughter of children and the solemnity of worship. Now, it echoed with the skittering of countless legs and the haunting whispers of the spider-infested dimension. As the survivors faced the portal, a colossal spider emerged from its depths, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly intelligence. It was a monstrous entity, the orchestrator of the invasion, and it guarded the gateway between worlds with malevolent intent. A fierce battle ensued, with the survivors fighting for their lives against the monstrous spider and its legions of minions. The air crackled with energy as the portal threatened to consume everything in its path. The fate of Willow Creek hung in the balance. In a climactic moment of desperation, one of the survivors discovered an ancient incantation within the cathedral's crumbling pages. As the survivors chanted the words, a surge of mystical energy enveloped the portal. The ground trembled, and the colossal spider recoiled in agony. With a blinding flash, the portal collapsed in on itself, pulling the spiders and their monstrous overseer back into the abyss from which they came. Willow Creek shook one final time, and the unnatural anomalies that had plagued the town began to dissipate. As the survivors emerged from the cathedral, the once-consumed town slowly returned to normalcy. The gray skies cleared, and the silk-covered landscape began to crumble away. The ordeal was over, but Willow Creek bore the scars of a nightmare that would linger in the collective memory of its residents for generations to come. In the aftermath, the survivors pledged to keep the ancient legend alive, a cautionary tale to future generations about the delicate balance between worlds. Willow Creek had faced a terror beyond imagination, and though the scars of the arachnid invasion would fade, the town would forever bear the weight of the nightmarish anomaly that had brought spiders from all over the country to its doorstep. In the weeks that followed the harrowing ordeal, Willow Creek slowly began the process of rebuilding. The once tight-knit community, fractured by fear and loss, now found solace in the shared experience of survival. The survivors, bonded by the trauma they had endured, formed a support network to help each other cope with the lingering nightmares that plagued their sleep. However, even as life in Willow Creek attempted to return to normal, an unsettling unease lingered. The town's residents couldn't shake the feeling that something had fundamentally changed. The once serene forest surrounding Willow Creek now held an air of foreboding, as if the natural world itself bore witness to the supernatural events that had unfolded. In the aftermath, scientists and experts descended upon the town, eager to unravel the mysteries of the unnatural anomaly that had brought spiders from across the country. Their investigations led them to ancient manuscripts and obscure texts that hinted at the delicate balance between dimensions. The incident in Willow Creek became a case study, a cautionary tale for those who dared to delve into realms beyond their understanding. As the seasons changed and the town slowly recovered, whispers of strange occurrences persisted. Locals claimed to hear the faint skittering of legs on quiet nights, and some reported glimpses of spectral webs stretching across the moonlit landscape. Whether these were figments of traumatized imaginations or remnants of the otherworldly connection forged during the invasion remained uncertain. One by one, the survivors began to move on with their lives, forever changed by the events that had unfolded. The town, once bustling with life, now carried the weight of a collective trauma. New families moved in, unaware of the horrors that had befallen Willow Creek, and the survivors silently vowed to protect the town's secrets, lest the fragile peace they had regained be shattered once again. Years passed, and Willow Creek became a cautionary tale told to children as they gathered around campfires. The legend of the spider invasion became a ghost story, a chilling reminder of the thin veil that separated their world from the unknown. Old-timers would nod knowingly, their eyes reflecting the haunted memories of a time when the town stood at the brink of a monstrous abyss. Yet, as the tale passed from generation to generation, some wondered if the portal had truly been sealed. In the dead of night, when the moon cast an eerie glow over the town, whispers of the ancient incantation could still be heard. The townspeople, ever vigilant, continued to keep watch over Willow Creek, knowing that the line between reality and nightmare was thinner than they dared to imagine. And so, the town of Willow Creek stood as a living testament to the supernatural forces that had once threatened to consume it. The scars of the spider invasion faded with time, but the memory of that fateful period lingered like a shadow, a constant reminder that the boundary between the ordinary and the extraordinary could be shattered by a natural anomaly, forever altering the course of a once peaceful town. As the years went by, the town of Willow Creek became a place of both beauty and mystery. The scars of the spider invasion slowly faded, hidden beneath layers of new growth and community resilience. Families flourished, and laughter returned to the streets as the town regained a semblance of normalcy. Yet, beneath the surface, an undercurrent of vigilance persisted. The survivors, now elders, formed a secret society dedicated to monitoring the fragile balance between dimensions. They passed down the ancient incantation and the knowledge of the portal's existence to a select few, ensuring that future generations would be prepared should the veil between worlds ever thin again. Willow Creek, once a quiet town nestled between hills and forests, became a guardian of secrets. The townspeople, while enjoying the serenity of their everyday lives, knew that the threads of the supernatural wove through the fabric of their existence. The ancient legend lived on, not only as a cautionary tale but as a sacred duty to protect the town from the unknown. Occasionally, on stormy nights or during the eerie glow of a full moon, whispers of the spider's invasion echoed through the streets. Those who were attuned to the supernatural could sense the lingering presence of the arachnid realm. The town became a beacon of both ordinary life and extraordinary vigilance, a place where reality and the unknown coexisted in a delicate dance. As generations passed, the tale of the spider invasion evolved into a rich tapestry of folklore. Children listened wide-eyed to stories of the brave survivors who stood against the monstrous arachnids. The legend served as a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable horrors, resilience and unity could triumph over the darkest forces. The portal beneath Willow Creek remained dormant, sealed by the ancient incantation and the collective will of the town's guardians. The delicate balance between worlds, once disrupted, had been restored. The natural anomaly that had brought spiders from all over the country to terrorize the town had become a distant memory, a chapter in Willow Creek's history that was both chilling and extraordinary. And so, life in Willow Creek continued, a delicate dance between the ordinary and the supernatural. The town, forever changed by the events that had unfolded, stood as a testament to the resilience of its people and the mysteries that lurked just beyond the veil. The spiders may have retreated to their otherworldly realm, but the legacy of that fateful time endured, etched into the very soul of Willow Creek, a town forever bound to the threads of the unknown.
Like, subscribe, and click on notifications that will allow you to stay up to date with the news and not miss videos from the channel, where there will be many more horror stories.